Okay, Year 9, like you've seen, we are going to be creating our own pen cityscape in the style of Chetan Kumar or Chetan Kumar, and we're going to be building this on one page in your sketchbook. So, writing the title Cityscape in pen, date and classwork to start with, and then making sure you've got a nice sharp pencil, you have an image that you would like to trace, okay, from the selection of images, and a piece of tracing paper. Now we've got some smaller sizes, some slightly bigger sizes, just to make life a bit easier when you're tracing. Still try and use the edges, okay. So you're going to first of all select the image that you would like to trace at the bottom of your page, because remember we're building upwards with our tracing to create that cityscape. So say if I choose this building here, I am going to just move it so it's a bit better. I'm going to lay my tracing paper on top, hold it still, and I'm going to outline only the outline. So I'm going to draw over only the outline around the building. I'm going to do this quite dark because I'm going to be flipping it over to trace. So you must make sure that these lines are nice and dark. So I'm just going to do the outline of the building, and then I'm going to fill that in a moment. Now, if your building is symmetrical, so the same on both sides like this one is, obviously the door and window is a bit different at the bottom, but the outline shape itself is symmetrical, unlike a building like perhaps this one where you've got a sort of jagged edge at the top here and then you've got a sharper different sort of sides, then you can skip this next step, okay? So if your building is perhaps not symmetrical, you would need to turn onto the back on the table, not on your sketchbook, so you don't get that trace transfer print through, and you will just need to go round the back of the image over the line you've just drawn. Now if you've taken ages to draw every part, it's going to take ages. That's why we're just drawing the outline. You can use your brains to draw the rest of it in a moment. Okay, so we're going to put it back the other way, making sure it's right, and placing it on our page. We are just going to draw over it to make sure that we're getting that nice outline shape. I've left mine right at the bottom of the page. So it looks like it's coming right from the bottom, and we've got, I'll just zoom in so you can see a bit clearer, we've got that printed building done. And the next step is to choose a fine liner felt tip colour. The black wanted to be chosen then. I'm going to choose red to show you, and start to use the example again to build in some more of the details. Just the line details is absolutely fine. Okay, so I'm going to start with the lines that go across on these ones. Some windows to build down. Can go around the edges of it first as well if I want to. I know that there's a area here as well. You can use a ruler if you need to. And then start to build in windows as you see them. You can, if you want to, you can put in just 2 windows. You don't have to necessarily put all 3 in. I'm going to copy the 3 windows because I quite like the idea that it builds up. You could miss a layer out and just have your windows in here. The more lines the better for the artist, because it looks like there's more interest and better composition. So just bear that in mind when you are building on the rest of the details and might put those extra windows in. I'm doing it quite quickly. Please take your time so you can get it nice and accurate. Okay, so once you have built up your building, and it is a bit brighter red, sorry if you can't see the brightness on here, you are going to think about which building you would like to draw next. It might be, and we're going to show you this time, I'm going to show you the non-symmetrical one this time. See if I can just about fit it on this tracing paper. Yeah, I reckon I can get that one on. So draw around it again. Just move that slightly across so we can see it, perfect. If you need more tracing paper, just let your teacher know. There'll be some at the front, you can go and grab it. So just going to draw the outline. But if I put this image straight the other way to print it, it would flip slightly. It wouldn't be, it would be mirrored. Okay, so say if I turned that round, it's actually going to be the opposite sides look. So what you need to do, like we said before, is just not on your sketchbook, on the table, just draw around it on the back, so that when you come to draw on the other side to get it the right way round, it's ready and in the right place to go. So it could be that I put this one next to there and I start to draw that in. Okay, to build up that feature. I've not even drawn that side because I sort of thought, well, it would maybe be behind that building. It would then be that you start to build up your buildings getting higher and higher up the page, okay, and you can start to build those in. So today we are going to be building in all of our outlines, okay, on each row, adding fine liner in different colours to build up the features of each building, and making sure we're layering as we go upwards. So say if I just put this one on here, start to draw around it. I'm just going to stop there because I think it might be hidden by the other building. So I've got those two buildings now. Again, I'm just going to zoom in so you can definitely see those. Okay, so say if I use blue this time, had this image in front of me to help me. So I'm going to do two of these buildings here and start to build those in. I thought that was blue, but it's quite purple. So you're going to build those in, and eventually you'll get a really interesting composition showing lots of different buildings in the city across your page, like the artist we're looking at. Think about windows again. I'm rushing slightly on this, please don't rush, take your time. I'm just making sure you're getting some really accurate lines in. Again, you can use a ruler, of course you can, just to make sure it's nice and accurate. So you'd start to build these up. There's the other building coming in here, so maybe I swap colours this bit and I do my green. Same building. It doesn't matter if you repeat buildings, to be honest. That's absolutely fine. Okay, building it in, more details, etc. And then once that's finished, you'll start to get on your page that layered up effect of a cityscape, okay?